Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I've just spent the last 11 days on the island of Koh Chang in Thailand. The first 7 days I spent in budget accommodation, really getting to explore the island and its vibe. And then the last 4 days I spent in more luxurious accommodation, which was a truly amazing experience. I'm excited to share all of the highlights, from the authentic experience of Songkram to the beautiful beaches and everything in between. So let's jump right in. Hello and welcome to owmyback-packing. I'm Heather, an over 50s traveller exploring the world one road trip at a time. Backpacking? Well, kind of. I'm putting this heavy backpack in the back of this car and I'm off for some wild adventures. I'm here to show you that adventure doesn't have an age limit. Adventure is calling and I am answering. So join me for epic road trips, hidden gems and a few out of my back moments on the way. So hit subscribe and like and let's hit the road together. Adventure after 50? Oh, it's just getting started. I've woken up this morning and I'm off to Koh Chang today. I just stayed literally opposite the island last night in a lovely little place. It's in a mangrove, which was cool in itself, but I think the car park is now turning into a mangrove. I'm on the ferry and it's about a half an hour crossing. It costs 230 baht for a car and 2 people, and the weather's finally brightening up. This is a map of Koh Chang and the ferry port is up the top in the north. This is where you get off of the ferry, and if you have a car obviously you can just drive off, and if you are by foot you can grab one of these songtails and they'll take you all around the island, and failing that you've got a long walk. One of the first things you'll notice when you come off the pier is this really brightly coloured Chinese shrine, and I'm going to take a look and see what's up all of those stairs. You may or may not know, but when you come into a Buddhist temple, it's polite and respectful to cover your knees and your shoulders. Now I do see a lot of tourists not doing this, and it really does offend Thai people. It's called the Khao Po Koh Chang Shrine. Gorgeous pagoda. And I think that's the sea down there. Well, it's definitely mangrove. Just at the side of this shrine is all these lovely little elephant statues. The shrine is dedicated to the Chinese sea god and is an important place for the local Chinese community. It serves as a spiritual centre for offerings and prayers, reflecting the blend of Thai and Chinese traditions on the island. The shrine often hosts community events and celebrations, especially during Chinese festivals, which are vibrant and colourful. That's a very interesting sign. I can say I've never actually seen that before. I'd like to know why. I'm inside the big shrine, but look at this door. Try and get the sun off of the camera. That's beautiful. And then we've got the great big totems right up. Fantastic artwork on the ceiling. Definitely worth a visit. So colourful. So from the port, this is about a 3-minute drive, and as you can see we have come up a huge amount of distance in a short space of time. Honestly, take care guys, because it's pretty pretty steep. So you've seen how steep that is, and just down there, all the way down there, and that's a long way down there, that is less than a quarter of a mile. This place is just one big rock with a road all the way around the outside that doesn't actually join at the bottom. So if you want to go to the bottom part of the eastern island, it's quite a long drive round, but we'll do that later in the week. That is White Sand Beach down there. Look at that. Oh, very nice. There's 6 main areas to Koh Chang, and White Beach is the first one we're going to take a look at. There's a lot of hotels and restaurants here, and it's quite popular. This is quite a nice little bar right on the sea, as you can see. And I've just ordered me a nice iced Americano. Not a bad place to sit and have a nice coffee. But you can't really argue with that. To get to White Sands Beach, you generally have to walk through one of the many resorts, because there's not a lot of direct access. I'll just give you a quick drive round of the White Sands area and show you that there's plenty of places here. Supermarkets, cafes, restaurants, bars, hotels, B&Bs, all sorts of things. Really quite a nice area to be. All the bunting's up ready for tomorrow, and there's a few kids out already splashing water and putting paste all over people's faces. It's gonna get real messy. So, happy Songkram everybody. I'm just heading into town to see what kind of mess we're going to end up in, and we haven't even got to the end of the road and we've already had water ditched on us. So, looks like it's going to be a good day all round. Hold on to the door, don't you dare! Con em.
Đi tin Việt Nam.
Cảm ca. That is totally wild. Thailand's famous Songkran festival is the country's traditional New Year celebration, held every April from the 13th to the 15th, though festivals often stretch even longer in some areas. While it's known worldwide for its massive water fights, the roots of Songkran are deeply spiritual. Just braving it out into the streets. You just know I'm going to get soaked. I'm going to head inside there and see if we can find something to eat. Traditionally, Thai people mark the new year by visiting temples, making merit, and gently pouring water over Buddha statues and the hands of elders as a sign of respect and blessing. The water symbolises purification, a way to wash away the misfortunes of the past year and start fresh. We are now entering the year 2568 in the Buddhist calendar. Well, good morning. That was a wild night, and today we're off to Koh Chang Beach, which is about halfway down the left side of the island. Koh Chang Beach is a peaceful area of Koh Chang, known for its long sandy shores and laid-back atmosphere. It's less crowded than some of the more popular beaches, making it a perfect spot for relaxation. The area is surrounded by lush greenery, and you'll find a mix of quiet resorts, local restaurants and some great spots to explore. Even when the weather isn't perfect, it still has a special charm that makes it worth a visit.
It's a bit of a rainy day today, and it's also Songkran festival, so we're kind of soaking wet anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But this looks like quite a nice little, quite natural looking place. I quite like this. Nice beach, shame about the rain.
As you can see, there's no let up on the Songkran celebrations.
So today, after some really heavy rain, I've decided to walk up to the Klong Flu waterfall. We are on day 3 of Songkram, and it's really busy up here, probably because of all the heavy rain we've had. So let's hope it won't be disappointing.
Spoiler alert, I don't actually make it to the main part of the waterfall.
About halfway, I think. It's quite rocky, but it's doable. To get to the waterfall, you have to clamber over all these rocks.
That water's so clear, let's take a look inside. Just after filming these gorgeous fish, I got attacked by mosquitoes. The humidity was so high that all the insect repellent I'd sprayed all over myself had been washed off, so I had to turn back. Didn't realise how good the repellent was. I have now got about 80 bites all over me just from that one afternoon.
Completely surrounded by rainforest. Beautiful.
Okay, after getting nearly eaten alive, we're going to jump back in the car and head a little bit further south. See, I wasn't joking. Eaten alive. Now we're at Lonely Beach, a spot that in the 60s and 70s was a popular hangout for hippies and backpackers, many of whom are still here now. This place looks pretty cool. There's a nice quirky boat restaurant as well. And a little Instagram swing.
Well, the way to the beach is looking a bit rough, so this has definitely seen better days along here. Let's just see if the beach is worth it. So you have to clamber over all of this stuff here to get down there to the beach. I'm sure it's really nice, but I am not climbing over all of that. There's much nicer beaches to get to. Even though the beach was a bit of a disappointment, the bars and restaurants along here are quite nice, and it's got a real chill vibe, and it's really quite breezy, which is rather refreshing today in this heat. We're going to move on now to Bang Bao Fishing Village. I'm just at the Bang Bao Fishing Village, right at the bottom of the island, and I'm going to take a little look around. It looks quite interesting.
Bang Bao was once a traditional fishing village. It now is a lively pier with local homes, shops and seafood restaurants. The village is built on stilts over the bay, offering picturesque views. The walkways are narrow and small, with water on both sides, making it easy to fall off if you're not careful. Despite the bustle in tourist shops, it's still very much a working fishing village. You'll see locals riding scooters up and down, adding to the authentic everyday atmosphere. You can easily book a variety of tours, including boat trips and cruises.
There are numerous stands offering these services, giving visitors plenty of options to explore the surrounding areas by sea.
Pick your own. Size of that crayfish. It's got to be about 2 foot long. That crab. Look at him. He's a beast. This one's trying to escape.
Well, there's definitely plenty of choice for shellfish if you like that kind of thing, and there's certainly enough restaurants here serving it. At the end of the fishing village, you continue your walk along this lovely long pier, and this is where most of the boat trips go. There's also a huge range of diving schools for all different levels, something that I'd love to try in the future, but still haven't been brave enough to try yet.
Right at the end of the pier. Check out the lighthouse, and the most impressive thing, and when you know you're in Thailand, is when at the bottom of the lighthouse keeping steps is a scooter. This looks like a really cool shaped building. I'm going to go and check that one out. Can see tables, so maybe it's a cafe or a restaurant. Let's walk down here. It says restaurant. Well, actually it says cafe, which is even better. Stopped here for a little bit of lunch and a drink. Check it out. It's a lovely place. Probably have a big giant piranha come up and bite my leg off in a minute. I've only got 3 weeks left in this beautiful country, and I don't know what I'm going to do when I leave.
I've ordered my favourite papaya salad and then a lovely plate of snacky things. After that lovely lunch, I'm going to go to the last part of this side of the island, Forest Beach.
I'm heading right to the end of the island on the western side, and I'm going to Forest Beach. I don't know if you can go beyond that. Can't really see any roads on the map, but I'm going to go and check out Forest Beach. This place looks really interesting. I wonder if it's going to be remote or whether it's one of those secret places that everybody on the island knows about. This is obviously Forest Beach, which is also a campsite. And this beautiful paradise is Forest Beach. Definitely worth the drive out here, because there's barely anyone here. That looks like a pretty cool beach bar there.
So far, my favourite spot on the island. Just along from this beach is the Ghost Ship tourist attraction, which reportedly includes an old cruise ship, a derelict resort and a beautiful beach, and even a waterfall, all for just 100 baht per person. But the big question is, could this be the biggest rip-off on the island?
They've got some statues of some elephants. I don't know quite who made that one. Well, so far I've not had a lot of success in finding the cruise ship. Now, how difficult can it be? Yep, it's definitely the biggest rip-off on the island. There is literally hardly anything left of the cruise ship. They're obviously dismantling it. Paid 100 baht per person to come and see that. Obviously, at some point, a really nice resort
because each of these boats would have been a couple of rooms. But it's trashed. I don't even understand why they're charging you to come in here. There's nothing here. Such a shame. The beach is pretty nice. It's beautiful white sands. There's not many people here because nobody's stupid enough like me to pay 100 baht to come in here.
After all that excitement, I'm going to drive to the other side of the island, which from here is about an hour. And round on the other side of the island, on the east side, is this lovely temple. I think it's closed at the moment because of Songkram. I just passed a shop that looks like it's selling artwork made from coconut shells, so I'm just going to turn around and take a look. Most of the souvenir shops that you find in Thailand, and to be honest across the world, all sell the same old plastic rubbish. So it's quite nice to come somewhere where it's all been handmade and looks actually quite interesting.
This beautiful shop as everything's made from coconuts. So on Google, right at the bottom of the eastern side of the island, it says there's a big white Buddha temple, and there's even a picture of the big white Buddha. And somebody has nicked the big white Buddha. Well, I'm completely traumatised by the white Buddha thing, and I'm just wondering if that's the Mandela effect. So if anybody's actually been to the white Buddha and seen the white Buddha, please drop me a comment, because it's definitely not there. Anyway, I'm just going to take a little walk down this pier. This is Ban Salak Pech Pier. Let's go and take a look. Yes, this was at one point an old resort. It's all a little derelict now. It looks like it was very grand at one point, for sure. We'll take a walk. Hopefully the sun's not too strong, because like an idiot I have got no sunscreen on today. So I'll go and have a look at the end and hopefully I don't get scorched. There's definitely two very distinct sides to this island. On the eastern side here, right now, is very quiet and laid back and remote, very Thai. Not a lot of tourism. There's a few little resorts around, but very much fishermen, villages, etc. And then on the western side, it's obviously a lot more tourism. It's not crazy. It's not like Phuket or Samui. It's quite a nice balance. Really enjoying it so far.
Ah, there, look in the distance. There's the, not a Buddha, Buddha statue. It's a huge pier. Really quite beautiful. The way out to sea. It's a really nice natural harbour. There's a really pretty little lighthouse on the end. Just so colourful. I don't know if you can see those fishies with the camera. They're really cool. Like some sort of razor fish, no idea. So while I'm walking down here, I just thought I'd let you know that Koh Chang is the third biggest Thai island, with Phuket being the biggest and then Koh Samui. It's in the northern part of the Gulf of Thailand, and it's about 3 or 4 hours from Bangkok, so it's quite feasible to fly in there and get a coach or rent a car and come down here for a couple of weeks. So I've just left my accommodation after 7 nights, and it was pretty basic, and it was only €15 per night. So I decided to treat myself to somewhere a bit more special. So I've moved to the far end of the island, to Forest Beach, and I'm about to go and check into my hotel. So fingers crossed, because it should be right on the seafront. Just been given the keys to number 6. Let's go and take a look.
Very cute. Around here, what's around here? Oh, towels, umbrellas, and bathroom.
So this place is costing about €55 a night instead of the 15 that I had been paying, and it is in the Forest Beach area, which I was in last week videoing, and I absolutely loved it here, so I thought I'd spoil myself and spend 4 nights here. Okay, I have to confess, I have pretty much done nothing for the last 48 hours apart from lay on this beach or in this hammocky thing, or sat by the bar, or snoozed, and I don't plan to do much else except maybe go kayaking tomorrow morning. It's a very bright and early morning today on Koh Chang, and I have rented a kayak. It's 7:30 in the morning, and frankly this is a first for me. The main intention is because I didn't want to go snorkeling, so this way I'm going to check out the fishies. Sadly my time in Koh Chang is coming to an end, but I just wanted to say that Koh Chang has really surprised me with its perfect mix of tranquility and beauty. I loved how the island offers the best of both worlds, quiet rural Thai life alongside a touch of commercialism, especially on the eastern side, which felt so peaceful and authentic. While White Sand Beach was too commercialised for my taste, I found my paradise at Forest Beach, remote, quiet and absolutely beautiful. Really sad to have to leave.
Well, that's it from me in Koh Chang. I'm now leaving the island and I've had a brilliant 11 days. I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, please like, subscribe and share, as it really helps the channel, and it also helps other people find out what hidden gems there are here on Koh Chang. So that's it. Thanks very much and happy adventures.